Do you have dreams of getting a sick pump and getting jacked and juicy like Jacked and Juicy Joe Angelo Garcia and the King Outlaw Jason Bruce? Then what you need to do is you need to come on down to Advanced Fitness Center, AFC 2221, FM 2280, King, Texas. Come in and get a sick pump. Ask questions. Call 817-506-0003, 817-506-0003. King, Texas, come in and get jacked and juicy like Jacked and Juicy, baby.
What is up, WTP fam? This is another episode of Wrestling Today podcast. I'm the host, George Hernandez, and today we got a special guest with us. We have the current NTW World Champion and current MPX Tag Team Champion, Red Chambers. And before we get into everything that's happened in the past month or so, I'm gonna let him take a moment to introduce himself to everybody that's watching.
I am the prodigal son, that guy, Red Chambers, your current NTW World Champion, your current MPX Tag Team Champion, and your current GWF Johnny Valentine Texas Champion. Not only have I held Tag Team Gold in a variety of companies in Texas, I've held them outside of Texas, including Arkansas, Oklahoma, and a few others. So yeah, that's a little about me. Man, now I got a little blank here now that I.
It happens, man. It happens. Happens to the rest of us.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, the guy, he's all over Texas. He's in Arkansas and currently all over NTW social media, especially since what happened at New Beginnings. We're going to talk about that here in a moment. But, you know, me doing some research, of course, see that last night you actually competed in Metroplex Wrestling, defending your tag team title with Big J against Carlos Diaz and Ocho Camacho. How was that?
Absolutely. Very good. Very good. Me and Big J, we have this chemistry that I haven't found with any other tag team partner right now. Me and him are just always have clicked. So no matter who's across from us in the ring, it's normally bad news for them. Me and Big J, I don't want to say dominated the match, but very close to dominating the match, where we ended up getting the pinfall victory over Ocho Camacho and Carlos Diaz.
Yeah, I saw the victory pictures on your Instagram, of course, Metroplex Wrestling's Instagram as well. Congratulations on your title win, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
Or you're retaining the titles. But I want to talk about New Beginnings, because obviously a lot of people are going to say, I am included in that, I'm not going to lie to you. Very controversial ending to that. But before we get into that piece, I am going to give you your flowers, because I was there. I was live streaming from there. You not only competed in that third matchup, but you also competed in two matchups before that.
Absolutely.
You actually competed with Mikey B, who
Yes.
you replaced Big J in that match against Jacked and Juicy, and then you also competed against Tex-Mex. Now, first matchup, if I remember correctly, y'all did lose that one, correct? And then,
we did unfortunately lose that first one.
And then, I guess unfortunately you lost the second one, but I guess third time's a charm, right?
Yeah. Well, I can't say much about the first loss. The first loss was just me and Mikey. Last minute change. Big J got a little sick. As the leader that I am, I threw myself out there and said that I will be Mikey B's tag team partner to help try to defend our uh, our tag titles. Now, unfortunately, it didn't go as planned, but that happens. A couple steps forward, couple steps back, we get back on track. Later in the night, we got Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex and I put on a stellar match. We're going blow for blow, and all of a sudden, Shogun wants to come out and cause a little havoc, all because Deshaun wants to come out and just say a few words. Come
Mm.
on, man. And then I have to eat that. Yeah, I have to see, like, you know what I mean? Like, I had the match won, and Shogun had to ruin it, which is why in that third match I became the NTW World Champion.
Now, you are the NTW champion, but of course, others would say you had a lot of help along the way to get that title in that third impromptu match. With Sean Gunn being attacked, being down, Deshaun, goading in the toy man to make the match happen, anyways, right? And then, of course, you coming in, as the legendary Edge would have said, ultimate opportunist, and just took the dub from that. I'm not going to dog you for that. You did what probably a lot of people would have done anyways. Took advantage of the opportunity, and you took it well. But before we, continue on with the Shogun situation, I do want to talk about that street fight you had. That was a brutal matchup. Nephew, the guy that's always trolling you at the matches.
Yeah.
He got some pretty good shots of that matchup. He got some good angles of you and Tex-Mex just tearing each other apart in the crowd, ringside. Y'all set up the ladder. Y'all try to put each other through it, which, it was a violent match. Something I haven't seen up close in an independent wrestling scene before. Of course, I've seen it on YouTube and whatnot.
Yeah.
But actually seeing it in person was kind of crazy. Now, you went blow for blow, like you said. Like the whole experience of the match, how did it feel going out there and tearing down the house down the way y'all did?
It's kind of like as expected, you know. Between me and Tex-Mex, I'm definitely the more experienced wrestler. Uh, so when he was going blow for blow with me, and keeping me on my toes like the whole time, it was going out there and then put on a match like that, even in losing. I think it was a great match. The crowd was entertained. I heard them the entire time. You know, again, losing sucks, and then especially when it was we right before we went out, it was announced for the United States title. I believe they said it was.
Yes, it was.
So and then having that extra pressure, put on you last minute, like that's just
for gold,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, you and him did very well. Like I said, I'm giving your dues because that match was pretty great and pretty violent. I'm pretty sure y'all were banged up the next day, bruises everywhere, and
For sure.
before the night was over, you were pretty red.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Exhaustion, fatigue, and then having one match before that, which also was a really good match with Jacked and Juicy. And then of course you ended the night on a good note, like someone would say, Deshaun would say it was a good note for you guys, Orow Gang.
Absolutely.
And it's a newly formed Orow Gang because we saw Kane Carter obviously lose the NTW title in the beginning of the show, which I
Yes.
guess some would say he was the leader initially for that Orow Gang. And then later on, I guess we see a new leader of Orow Gang. How does that feel to you?
So the plan was is we let Kane Carter think he's the leader. This was all just a huge ploy to get to where we're at. You know what I mean? Oro Gang was a big, I don't want to say success, but it was a big success for the current version of Oro Gang. Because this is where me and Deshaun were trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to get to this moment, this exact time of the people that needed it to be on top were on top.
Okay, okay. Now, what can we expect from this newly developed Oro Gang in the future?
Oh man, what can we expect? Expect we're gonna expect more, and we're gonna expect better out of the people in Oro Gang. We're gonna hold a higher standard in our own little crew. I don't want to call us a gang, even though our
Mhm.
team name is gang. It's a crew.
It's crew.
Um, but we're gonna hold a higher standard for all of us here because no matter at the end of the day, it's kind of losing my like train of thought here because I'm just because the first Oro games just kind of really grinded my gears.
Mhm.
I would say. Oh, but this new iteration is going to be just to put it simple, it's just going to be far superior and more violent and more dominant.
Mm, man. Okay, that's that's a bold statement from the champ. Now, we talked about new beginnings, right?
Hmm.
You winning the NTW title. Now, I was going through social media and I came across a picture. You posted this towards the end of last year. The year of red. I
Hmm.
mean, so far this year, you've captured tag team gold, heavyweight titles.
Hmm.
Is this what we were pertaining to? Is this what you meant by the year of red is this year?
So the original thing I posted for the year red was actually the year, not last year, but the year before. I actually tore my MCL that year. At the beginning of that year, I got a graphic. It said Year of Red, and I tore my MCL halfway through the year as I was about to win my first ever main title of any company.
Oof.
Since tearing my MCL, I was not fit to compete, uh, which put me out of wrestling for 6 months. So
Ah,
then coming up to not this past January, but the year before, I finally started getting back in the groove of it. I had gained a bunch of unnecessary weight. Uh, Obviously, that's what happens when you hurt yourself, and then you kind of go down the spiral. But then I told myself, got later in the year, that this isn't you. Red Chambers is better than this. Well, why are we doing this? So then I thought, you know what? This year is going to be Red Chambers' year. So from November to January 1st, I lost 35 pounds. Uh, I got all the way back down to 205, which is exactly where I wanted to be in the first place.
yeah, I remember the
And
first time I saw you, you were a little
mm,
heavier, and then new beginnings. Like, hey man, is that the same guy?
yeah, um, yeah, I was just, I was tired of feeling sorry for myself, and it was time for me to stand up for something, or stand up to myself. Which is why I think I've gotten the opportunities I have this year, which is the winning tag gold, winning the NTW title, winning the GWF Texas title. So I feel like, oh, and also just getting opportunities to wrestle against former greats at other companies. So
Nice.
yeah,
I mean, congratulations to all that success.
thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, but we had Tex-Mex on the
Hmm.
last episode, on the first episode with the new partnership with me and NTW.
Heard that.
He did have a few words to say about your victory. He gave you your due. You know, he did I'm gonna say he did shit on it a little bit. I mean, is there anything you have to say about that?
Well, with me not knowing exactly what he had said, I'm just going to assume he only said great things. Because Brett Chambers being that guy, the prodigal son, and the current NTW champion, he has no room to try to diminish me just because he got lucky. Shogun came out and helped him beat me. Is that really what we're doing? But at the end of the day, Tex Mex, I'm better than you. If you ever think about coming back at me again, it won't end the same way. Orow Gang, let's call it Volume 2, won't let that happen. I personally won't let that happen. No matter what you think you are, Tex Mex, I'm 10 times better. Don't get me wrong, you're good. You're good. You're two-time NTW United States champion. You're good, obviously, but I'm better.
Ooh, that's some very very strong words right there, especially for Tex-Mex. I mean, I don't know. One day we want to see that ran back one more time because the last time was so much, so great.
Hmm.
I mean, obviously, it might be a different situation, especially with the confidence coming off the champion right now. Hey, you can't dog the style, man. You can't dog it.
Absolutely.
But next month, very soon, the week after WrestleMania, we got
Yep.
Battlegrounds. Now, some stuff is already coming out. Some matches have already been made. One of the matches that I'm excited for, and I want to hear from you, is y'all gonna have the first ever women's match, and it's
Mm.
to crown a inaugural women's champion. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's phenomenal. I think women's wrestling in general needs to get a little more highlight, uh, especially because there's some very good ones in Texas. Texas is being a huge wrestling pool. Uh, I feel like if we can get some like the right women in there, they'll steal the show every time.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I mean, if you watch any other promotion, NXT, AEW, even WWE main roster,
Hmm.
there's a lot of women that steal the show quite a bit. They do it better than the men at
Absolutely,
most points, especially on the NXT
absolutely.
brand. If you've seen it, don't know if you keep up
Yeah,
with any other wrestling,
yeah,
but I'm assuming you do.
yes, yes.
But at Battlegrounds, is the champ already booked for something? Is there a matchup that you're booked for that you can talk about?
I am booked for the matchup. I don't really particularly remember the guy's name, but who cares? Because no matter what, I'm gonna walk in, and then I'm gonna walk out the NTW champion. So no matter if it's the guy that I was told was coming, if it's some surprise, hell, even if it's a security guard, a ref, or even Toyman himself, no
Hmm.
matter who tries to step in the ring with me, I'm gonna leave as your still NTW champion.
Oof. I mean, that it's very likely, especially with Orow Gang around. I think that is very likely. But before we wrap it up here, I know you're on social media, and I do know you do go around the state of Texas, Arkansas, like you said.
Hmm.
Where can everybody find you at on your social medias?
The two I'm most active on are Facebook at Red Chambers, and Instagram is the same Red Chambers. Those are the two I'm most active on. Uh, yeah, so those are the where you can find me.
Those two, Facebook,
Yes,
Instagram. I know you
Facebook and
do
Instagram.
have. I think you have a TikTok, but not quite
I do
active
have a
on it.
TikTok. I do have a TikTok. I'm trying to get more active on it, but it's just one of those things where as soon as I do, I just lose that motivation for TikTok. TikTok's so weird.
Oh,
But if you want to follow me on there too, it's Red Chambers as well.
yeah, you'll see some of the highlights I post with his name tagged him on it. But but yeah, I've been going to y'all shows for a few months now, and I keep coming because they're really entertaining. I really love it. You can catch this guy there at the next one. It's going to be tagged somewhere down here, Battlegrounds, and then like he said, he's all over Texas, Arkansas. I think he said he's open for bookings. Don't quote me on that.
Absolutely.
Ask the guy right there. Just send him a message if you're interested. But this was fun, man. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for spending some time with us. Do you have any final words for any challengers out there?
Final words. No matter how big or how small, when you step in the ring with the prodigal son, you're just gonna get put down. So come one, come all. I'll take on anybody, and I'm gonna stand tall at the end of the night, because that's what I do. That's what Red Chambers does.
Well said, champ. Well said. But that's all we got for you guys today. As always, y'all stay safe. God bless and peace.
Peace.
A lot of people think that you need a fortune to join the gym, but here at Advanced Fitness Center, you get everything you need for $23.99 a month. That means full access to our free weights. Oh, snap. Cardio machines. And overall, it's just a great workout environment, all without breaking the bank. No contracts, no hidden fees, no alarms that goes off when you're lifting too heavy. Just a gym that works for you. So, if you're looking for a place to train that's affordable, AFC is the spot. Come check us out today. I feel like I'm gonna throw up.